Good morning, Twitch.tv. Good morning to YouTube as well. And, of course, good morning, mini Motorways. Let's go to Los Angeles for today's daily challenge where we will begin with no bridges. Doesn't necessarily say we'll never have any. And there will be no roundabouts. Hi. What? I just fed you. You don't get to come here and meow at me just because I'm... What do you want? What do you want? Cat? Freaking cat. Hi. There's a kitty. Okay. I'll pet the kitty. Will petting the kitty make the kitty shut up? Well, petting the kitty has appeared to make the kitty shut up. Nice. We'll have to keep that in mind for... Well... It was nice for a moment. What do you want? You have a bowl full of nice fresh kitty food. I just filled it. Like 2 minutes ago. You cannot possibly have consumed it all and gotten hungry in the intervening... Okay, it's been more like 8 minutes. It has been 8 minutes since I fed you. Don't look at me like that. I'm ignoring this cat. That's what we're doing. We're just going to ignore this cat. We're going to look at things other than the cat. We'll take a bridge because, you know, it's Los Angeles. There's a lot of water involved. You got the LA River right here. We got this piece of nonsense a little bit further south of it. There's more to the east, as you'll recall, having seen the map before. It's not the best of times, water-wise. Speaking of water, I could, peel this house down here. This one house is probably able to sustain this one business. I'm not necessarily sure about this one house being able to sustain this one business. So I think eventually we're going to have to succumb to the forces of bridgemanship and actually, put a bridge here. But maybe that can wait until we have 2 bridges, hopefully. I don't know. I keep expecting this business to be all caught up, and it never actually gets caught up. So, it's gonna be dicey. Yeah, still not caught up. This one over here is actually doing better for reasons that don't quite make sense to me. It could just be, metronomic timing of dude swingings or something. Hold on. Metronomic timing of dude swingings isn't so much the title of the episode as it is the weird title of an academic paper. But all right, you know what? Fuck it. We're just giving in to the forces of bridge. We're playing the old lady card game, okay? God. Playing the old lady card game might be the title of the episode, actually. This house and business have basically spawned on the road, so we'll indulge that. Did I mention that Sunflare Space was here first? I don't remember if I said that or not. Sunflare Space was here first. Good afternoon, Sunny. Almost said good morning, as if I didn't know you were in Europe. Like a schmuck. I think it's still afternoon for Sunny. I don't think Sunny's on GMT. I think Sunny's 1 hertz over. So that would be, that would be afternoon still, hopefully. It is 1 p.m. Hooray! I have been correct about a thing. Good. Let us take a motorway. And we'll use that motorway to facilitate the delivery of red schmucks over to this business. You and you. We'll take motorway number 1 and swing into the northern entrance right here. Now, ideally, at least for me, this business down here would be yellow. Because we got, these 2 right here and this one right here. So if this wants to be yellow, that would be awesome. If this was to be, if we had a dark blue over here, well, then, more houses would spawn. So maybe not the end of the world if this is any color other than yellow. But, again, ideal universe, this is yellow. Also, ideal universe, this one was the one that went circular, but, we could always reposition and retriangulate and, I don't know, Actually, come to think of it, do we need this motorway? Hold on, I don't think this motorway needs to exist. I think it's fine that it does, but we don't really need it to. Hold on. All right, some restructuring's about to happen. Watch this. So we're taking this dark blue road and we're gonna swoop it down this way. That, in turn, will allow these light blues to whoosh under, like so, and then go up to here. And then we chop and kill motorway number 1, slide it off this way, and everybody go. Great. Now I have a spare motorway, which is always nice. One never knows what one could do with a spare motorway and a bridge. Lovely. Being that I'm possessed of a motorway and a bridge, I think perhaps the time has come to future-proof something? It's probably time for future-proofing. Alright, fine. So here's our future-proofing. We're going to swing these yellows down this way, and now all of a sudden, oh hey, there's 5 houses going into this business. But Goog, I hear you say, however shall you unfuck that other yellow? Well, this is why God invented motorway number 1. Motorway number 1 comes down here, and actually, you know what? F that. F that, says the Goog. For you see, we do have a whole bunch of road. We can have you come over here and grab this, and we'll just bridge that, and that will be totally fine. This, we're gonna wait a moment and see if we get a friend. Do you have a friend? Could you have a friend? Would be nice if you had a friend. Because I kind of don't want a singleton here, but yeah, for the moment we might have to just singleton. One house, one dinky little hooperway. It's not even a motorway, it's just a hooperway. But, oh hi, you've gone circular. That's also bad. Okay, well, you know, not necessarily the worst thing. Hold on. We're gonna grab these 2 here. So you'll do that. You'll come down this way. These light blues, you remember how they were all snaky over this way? Well, now they can be snaky over that way. For this will happen. Hooray! Render unto me another motorway. Okay. So the 3 of you are now going to support this circle, and we're going to pretend that that's enough. That's totally enough. That's a sufficient number of dudes. Why would you even suggest anything to the contrary that might not be a sufficient dude number? I think that's a sufficient dude number, don't you? Of course you do. Okay. Enough pretending. Let's fix things. Again, always and forever shall we be fixing. Alright. These 3 reds are going to grab motorway number 1. They're going to hop, skip, and a herp over that way. Meanwhile, you, Mr. Blue Buddy, are going to come down this way, go over here, into this business. This, of course, will be totally fine. Also, we're chop, murdering, and killing all of... No, wait, can't do that yet. Can't do that yet, because there's no way to get these 3 reds over to there, then. Fook. And again, I shall say fook. It's a truly ridiculous bot name. Fortuitous Armature 7IGK3TS. To hell with you, Fortuitous Armature 7IGK3TS. Hell shall know the user you were trying to... We'll still deny the stupid spammy chat message. Anyway. Off we go. Right, so, the thing I was doing. These reds, and more reds eventually, are going to come over here, and swoop down there, and come down here, and voop into here. Voop into here sounds terrible. This isn't even a perfectly cromulent traffic light. This can't be a PCTL. This would be a bad TL. Huh. But anyway, the reds will come down here. I might put a traffic light here just to keep this pace of traffic going, because it's going to be very rare that this blue house actually sends dudes. So, Oh, but wait, now I do have that spare motorway I wanted. Just in time to need it, actually. Hold on. We voop you over that way, and these greens, I mean, I could just road this, couldn't I? I could road this. When a problem comes no? Okay. Alright, well, let's chop all of this. And bring all of these. All of the here. So the 5 of you go down there, support that, that's fine. Issue is, well, also I'm out of road, so let's give this a moment to recollect itself. You, and you are going to take motorway number 2 and go voop like that. Great. Next, this will be fine. There. This is completely and totally functional and in no ways bad. Why would you even suggest that this could possibly be bad? It's pretty bad. So I've taken a motorway, mostly because I have a plan. And the plan is as follows. The plan is we chop and murder all of this red garbage. By chopping and murdering all of this red garbage, we can, in fact, do the thing that we should have done in the first place with the greens, which is cut that corner, shoop this over here, and now these 5 reds take motorway number 3 down to there. Hooray! Additionally, this light blue road can be cleaner, better, and nicer. Okay. Are we actually in decent shape now? Do I think I'm going to have to stop and pause and recreate something again in a minute? Because, good God. So this dark blue has gone circular, which is just... I mean, it's fine. It's, there's not really anything I can do about it, so... Okay. I don't think that's good for the long run, but, we don't presently have to worry about the long run. These 2 houses are capable of totally supporting the... Alright, give me a bridge. Now that I have a bridge, and the map has expanded a little bit, we can just axe kill motorway number 2. I accidentally called it murderway number 2, which is accurate, actually. With these yellows here, I could shoop them through here, cut this corner a little bit. That would be good in the short term, but if this house winds up being yellow, it would be bad. So I'm not going to do that. Instead, we're going to hoop the reds up and over into the northern entrance. Because, if this turns out to be yellow and I want to separate these, I could totally do that. If this turns out to be not yellow and I want to, hoop this down a bit, just irk that out of the way. These onomatopoeic descriptions of moving roads have really gotten out of hand. We're not going to stop, but I'm noting for the record that we've long past the point of diminishing returns. This green road, by the way, is probably doomed for that tree. Sorry, tree. So you 2 greens come down here, voop into that. Okay. This will be fine for you. Doot, and toss that over that away. And now we've got more friendly green spawns. Okay. Good. Let's restructure this. You 3? Let's say that. We'll do that. So the 1, 2, 3, 4 of you will come down here, go into there. That's okay. The 1, 2, 3, 4 of you continue going over here. Totally fine. Do I want to incorporate these 1, 2, 3 dark blues into something? I think I ought to incorporate these 1, 2. Aha! More fuckery. More circular blue rounded nonsense. Why, oh why, must we deal with circular blue rounded nonsense? It is unfortunate. All right. You 3 come down here, motorway number 2 yourselves into this situation. Get over there. That's going to have to be fine. Give me a bridge. We keep using them, so I'll keep taking them. Okay. Next, we've got, an immediate crisis. I looked away from these light blues for a minute, and they went fuck. Okay. It's bad. They shouldn't have done that. So, how do we fix it? It's a good question, to which I don't believe I have an answer. Or at least not a present, convenient, amazingly good one. I have a bad one. Oh, I have a bad answer. Even this bad answer doesn't feel great. You know what? Behold my bad answer. All right. So what we'll do is we're going to take this yellow road and we're going to restructure it such that it comes here and grabs these 2 light blues and also these 4 light blues. They come over here and they swing down here, and that's all fine and dandy. And then, we go voop like that. So this road now extends out this way, comes over here, and jumps up here and gloms onto this. So now, ever so technically, these 4 light blue houses can support this awful dying circle. Is that good? No. Should I do something better? Yes. Can I, at the moment, immediately think of something better than I can do? No. Unsurprisingly, the lack of roundabouts is harmful. Roundabouts, it turns out, are good, useful things. And without them, well, shit goes to shit. Whoever could have predicted? The fall of the city of Los Angeles would be decided by a decided dearth of roundabouts. Don't ask me how I managed to pronounce the word roundabout in such a way that it started with an L. I'm just a better linguist or something. It's not actually true. To say nothing of my skills in thought processing. You come over here. That is exactly enough road tiles to support this business. Swell. Give me a motorway. We'll come over here. Great. Now, having been in this manner possessed of a motorway, I can decide that everything is bad. Well, I mean, I didn't make that decision. That was a 5-4 decision by another body. Oh, reference to the horrors. Anyway, let's do some light yellow stealing. I think we're going to do some light yellow stealing. Also, yeah, we're going to do a little bit of bridge murder and road choppings. Okay. All sorts of fun things are happening here. We're going to grab this light blue is still going to go over that way. These light blues are now going to motorway number 4 over to here. Yes, over to right there. Straight onto the doorstop of this business. You'll be fine. This yellow is the one that will be stealing. And we'll get this yellow going down here into this business. That nets me a whole bunch of additional road. Also, now that I've restructured this road such that this yellow isn't going down this way, I don't need a big awful red loop. So, as you may have already gathered, the next part of the plan is that we take this red road and we do this and we do this, and we just shoop that over to there, and we reclaim a whole bunch of road again. There. The world's most dangerous path. Road again. Oh God, what silly fun children's movie is that a reference to? Was that a The Great Mouse Detective joke? I think that was a The Great Mouse Detective joke. Good job, Goog. It's a deep cut, sort of. Anyway. Shout out Parlor Ghost, who I believe is quite the fan of Ratigan, the world's most dangerous rat. Now you have Rodigan, the world's most dangerous path. Oh God. All right. Put these two greens over to work here, just in case this buddy gets any ideas. I have cat hair in my mouth. Unfortunate. All right. So these 5 greens, I said oranges. These 5 greens are going to support that. These 5 greens are going to support that. These 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 greens are going to support this. This has gone circular, which is kind of okay because we have 6 yellows right here. We could have, no, actually, these yellows are so stacked together with these greens that we can't really do anything about them. Okay. I have a bridge. I'm gonna take another one because we keep using bridges. We might actually take traffic lights. I keep building roads that would be bad traffic lights, but maybe eventually I'll remember how to build one that would be a good traffic light, and then we'll have a good traffic light. That would be nice, wouldn't it? If we had a good traffic light? Theoretically? Okay. Oh, you're light blue. That's kinda okay. We'll just sort of do that. Yeah, I think that's mostly just what we're gonna do. Like, I could maybe steal another one. Actually, yeah, we'll steal another one, just in case. Shit gets weird sometimes, you know? Alright, let's do a mute and then cough for a moment. Good work, team. Well done. Next, let's figure out how we plan to get yellows over to here. I don't have a great way of doing that, but I do have an annoying way of doing that. So what we can do is have these 1, 2, 3 yellows spawn on this road. And then we'll just slap this right here. And if everybody agrees to pretend really hard that this is actually a traffic light, it'll function just like a traffic light. And then, eventually, we'll get traffic lights, and we can actually put a perfectly cromulent traffic light right there. Because this is like the platonic ideal of a traffic light. Like, look at this. Keeps traffic flowing, everybody goes, this light is almost always green, and we can just toss these yellows down over here. Nary a problem to be found. Perfect. It's a gorgeous little piece of illuminative technology. Alright, next. These reds here are hopping on motorway number 3 and going down and servicing that circle. Well, that seems like a noble ideal. We should probably continue endorsing and supporting that. So we'll add a couple more reds over there, and that means we've got, what, 8 now? Yeah, we've got 8 now. So you 8 now, go over here, get into that away. You know, I bet you this, if I was to do that, would be a little more efficient. So, okay. We'll do it that way. Cool. Anything dead, dying, or bad in any way at the moment? Kind of don't see anything dead, dying, or bad in any way at the moment, but I'm sure that'll change. Let's do an east to west roundup. So our easternmost business is this green thing right here. It is supported by this road, which has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 greenhouses on it. Seems fine and good. This red should point up that way, be actually useful for something. Next, we have this yellow circle, which is kind of highly populated. And you're currently getting support from viewers like you? Well, 7 yellow houses like you. Interesting. I only have 1 spare motorway, so I probably shouldn't... Like, there are times when you need a motorway, and this is just kind of a want a motorway, but I kind of want a motorway for these yellows. I don't know if that's in the cards. I mean, you've got cars in driveways. This is just always going to have a little bit of a population, and that's due to the nature of lengthy roads and such. On the other hand, I did just get a second motorway. I could group these yellows together, motorway them over here, or, well, I was going to say I could group these yellows together, but these yellows are about to be used for stuff, so, I think we're just going to consider this generally okay. All right, you go off that way, and then over here, and then down here. Okay, away you go. Hi, this light blue is mad about stuff. Odd. Let's provide more support for it, I guess. We'll take you, swing you up here. So now you've got the 5 of these and the 2 of those, and hold on, wait a moment. Guys, team, friends, guys, team blue friends, hold on. What stupid dumb fuckers are trying my patience? Guys, team blue friends. No? Okay. Well, guys, team blue friends over here is going to have motorway number 4. Just do that. Like, we'll axe this motorway and we'll feed, all of these back up to here. And suddenly these blues, for lack of anything better to do, can just support that. Like, this is all going to be fine. But... yeah, okay. So now, this light blue circle has 7, 8 houses of support. Yeah, you've got 8 houses of support and a tiny little straight shot motorway. So basically what I'm saying is be fine or fuck off. It's the state motto of New Hampshire. Be fine or fuck off. Something like that. Okay. Put this red over here. Put this red over here. I mentioned this Twitch stream in a internal workplace podcast that I did with one of the 3 co-owners of my place of employment like 2 days ago. And to be fair, that podcast episode has not been released yet. On the other hand, I'm sure this is going to be fine. I'm sure this is all going to go real well for me. Let's take these greens. Do I want to preemptively rob green? Yeah, I will preemptively rob a couple greens. So we'll take a couple more greens, toss them down here so as to provide better and more complete support for this business. Okay. Hey, you remember when I was saying that this yellow circle was just always going to be a little busy and that was just going to be fine? Well, here we are several moments and increased traffic flows later, and it turns out that this yellow circle is now always dying. Which, probably not great. Like, your name is not Natalia Yellow Circle, and therefore you should not be a dyer. I think that's generally the case. Okay, no, alright. Well, give me traffic lights, because I'm good on road tiles for once in my life. Also, another thing. If you ever don't think that rush hour is a thing in this game, like if you're just new and you hear about rush hour but you don't quite understand what it means, allow me to demonstrate what it means. These 2 blue businesses are squares, which means they don't need a ton of support. They have 5 houses on very short roads, and yet they're still dying. They're still real fucking mad about stuff. So, just in case you ever thought that maybe rush hour wasn't a thing, or maybe it got overblown, or maybe it was just something you could ignore with proper road management. Nope. Every once in a while, a particular color just decides, fuck you and fuck everything you stand for and support. I'm going to have a square business with a 5-stack tiny road just be fucking furious. It's going to go well. Spoilers, it does not always go well. Also, we decided indeed to put in motorway number 5 to support this yellow circle for all the good it did. Good morning, Samurai Sam. So yeah, this yellow circle is mad and dying, and I mean, I suppose I should actually try to help it, shouldn't I? Fine. Alright, so we'll chop all of this yellow road. I have more yellow road there that I could also chop if I need to, but I don't want to need to, so we're going to pretend we don't need to. And while we're here doing terrible things, let's do that. And we'll have motorway number 6 just kind of awkward its way in over here. This, I'm sure, will be fine. This is going to result in productive beneficialness for everyone concerned. Okay. All of these reds are hooping down here into this circle. That'll be okay. You, little red, can... Nope, wait. That's not what I wanted you to do. Give me another motorway. Axe that road. You, little red, can come down here into this and go off that way. Thanks. This light blue is dying. Odd. This green, also dying. Bad. Let's see here. Well, here's another green for you. That'll be something. Well, okay, you've got these greens way down here, but I see. I understand. It kind of makes sense to me, actually, that you're a little bit mad about stuff. Well, let's do this. Rather than have all of this garbage, what if we chopped, murdered, and killed this whole road going off this way? And this yellow road then... Yes, what if you were a yellow road that did this, and the pathway to here was where the traffic light was, and green people at least wanted to come here because there was a motorway here that went over there. That seems like something we can do. Is it a good thing that we can do? Probably not, but, details. Details in yellows and limits and blues and such. This yellow business is mad and dying, which, okay, I mean, you only have 2 houses, so I sort of understand it. This yellow getting mad is just emblematic of the whole yellow crisis, I think. I think we might just have a yellow crisis that no one's willing to talk about. So, yellow businesses will continue being mad until morale improves or something. 3,624 commuters sure is a number of commuters. It's top 5% in the world, but it's not quite as good as... Damn it! Oh, curses and failure, death. Oh, we not as good samurai to drop the slams in the chat. Oh, the pain. The agony. No, there's an A in the word. That's something. It's not chair. It could have been chair, but it's not. We know where the A goes now, which is something. It can't be react, because there's a C in that. It could be realm. Could absolutely be realm. It is not realm, but in the moment, it could have been. It could be spare. Spare is a word that it could be, and in fact, spare is a word that it is. So good job, Goog. Well done. Away goes the don't tell me the answer text. In comes the let's play time guesser. All right. Hi there, fella in Vancouver. You're a fella in Vancouver. I have a good indication of this because your shirt says Vancouver. Also, this is the... Yeah, this is... Okay, so this is the CBC building in Vancouver, which means we can very easily, like, we're on Hamilton Street in Vancouver. We can figure this out. Now, as to the when of this, the question becomes, when did the Canucks win anything? Because, like, I know that a Canadian team has not won the Stanley Cup in forever. So the question becomes, did the Canucks win, like, the Western Conference title? Sam says he knows that there were riots in Vancouver after the Bruins beat the Canucks in 2011. Well, I mean, on the one hand, this is just one dude and one flaming car. On the other hand, if we get to the point of flaming car and also garbage and, yeah, these people are generally enthusiastic about stuff. Yeah, okay. So we're going to say this is Hamilton Street in Vancouver, just outside the CBC building in 2011. Cool. Vancouver's over this way, right? Yes, it is. Hi, Vancouver. All right, so we zoom into Vancouver, and, crap. So there's Vancouver General Hospital. It's the Queen Elizabeth Theatre. Do we really have to go all the way in to just find specifically Hamilton Street? That seems like a time-consuming pain in the ass. It is true that the Canucks have never won the cup, apparently. There's your hotel. There's your... Where's your hockey arena? Can you tell me where... I know this isn't the hockey arena, but are you at least, like, close? You could be at least, like, close. All right, if anyone sees a Hamilton Street, let me know. Because, well, we're right there. Or, like, a CBC building. There's Terminal Avenue. There's East Broadway. I'm trying to follow the main, like, thoroughfares, but... Oh, there's a Canadian Tire in Canada. How about that? Vancouver General Hospital. No possible word about Vancouver Days of Our Lives or Vancouver as the World Turns, but we do have Vancouver General Hospital. It's a terrible joke. Very happy with myself. As we continue traveling west here, we reach Jericho Beach Park. Certainly no jokes to be made about that. What are you talking about? University Hill, the University of British Columbia. There's a grocery store and a road and a hospital. Son of a bitch. All right. We're gonna go somewhere. Are we in Killarney? Vancouver, have you put things in Killarney? Perhaps Burnaby? No? All right. Well, we got pretty far away from Vancouver proper. All right, let's go back to Vancouver proper. And to hell with this searchy nonsense, we are here. We are right there in 2011. Doot and doot, we were, in fact, right the fuck there in 2011. Thank you, Sam. Works for me. Next. Hi there, Olympic fella. Is that Jesse Owens? I mean, from the general quality of the photograph, it could be. On the other hand, I don't think I would recognize Jesse Owens, even if his ghost came to me and said, "Hi, I'm the ghost of Jesse Owens." Which, I mean, does a ghost know that it's a ghost? Probably. Hopefully. Would be a bad existence, but it's generally understood that this is a bad existence. Yeah, this is Jesse Owens at the 1936 Olympic Games in Berlin. 36 sounds right. Yeah, okay. So we're in We're in a stadium of some sort in Berlin, which may or may not exist anymore, so we shouldn't go nuts looking for it. But yeah, we're in a stadium in Berlin in 1936. Well, this is Berlin. Let's find a stadium of some sort, because maybe it still exists. It's conceivable. Or they could have, tore it down and built another. That sort of thing. Here, we're at football court. Yes, this is where soccer players go to be tried for all their various offenses. We're at football court in Berlin in 1936. It's not too far away. It's 7 miles over that way, but we're in Berlin. It's 1936, and that is, in fact, Jesse Owens. Hooray! Next! Well, my immediate thought was the Mall of America, but then I saw this sign, which says koala. And everyone knows there are no koalas at the Mall of America. So, Alright, so... .pa. What's the .pa domain? I don't think that's Australia. Is that Panama? Papua New Guinea? Possible. Alright, what do we got for... Panama would make more sense. Also, this appears to be a magical adventure, except in Spanish. So, okay. This is where you get your boletos for the carousel. Boletos, from context, is probably Spanish for tickets. Okay, so this is definitely Panama. If we immediately recognized the flag, we would have understood that all of these people are Panamaniacs. So, that's nice. So is this a particular mall in Panama? Is there a big famous Panamanian mall? I mean, Panama's not enormous, so we could just kind of throw a dart in Panama, but also we should try to figure out when we are. Banner on the right seems to say, it says space. It says we're in space, which doesn't necessarily help. Oh, the Albrook Mall. I see. All right. Well, that helps, I guess. You can passeal on the kangaroo, which is probably good. I don't know. Today we've learned that the Spanish term for smash burger is smash burger. Okay, fine. $6 for a smash lunch. That's good? Maybe? I don't know. What does Panama use for currency? Alright. When are we? So we got this fella on a phone. So, 21st century. Doesn't at a glance appear to be a super modern iPhone, but also he's kind of really blurry and shot from a distance, so. We've got... That's another phone. He's shooting vertical, which doesn't really mean anything. This is like iPhone shaped rather than brick phone or flip phone, which is something. So, if you show this image to the wrong people, they're gonna get really mad about it, because we've got young people, perhaps even a young mother, on a carousel looking at her phone instead of engaging with her child. Oh, it's emblematic of the downfall of technology. We're all on our phones so much. Okay. Also, this old guy here is wearing a particular style of old guy hair, which was only popular in Panama in 2014, which is a dead giveaway that this is 2014. Also, I was going to guess 2014 based on the phonage, so. Alright, Panama's down here. There's a whole canal to that effect. We're probably in Panama City. Let's see. I've already forgotten the name of that mall, but hey look, it's Albrook. Convenient. Alright, Can we find the Albrook Mall? Is that a thing that exists? Do we just want to say that? Well, it may or may not be near the Albrook Airport. That's a different Albrook. So, hey, there's an IMAX theater. Is there an IMAX theater at a mall? That would make sense. Or are you just you're just an IMAX at the Panama Canal, huh? Okay. It's not great. I'm sorry, Florida State University has a campus in Panama? Good for them, I suppose. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna blindly find this mall. So let's just say that we're here. I think we can just say that we're there. And remember the obvious 2014 hair. So 2014 feels reasonable. It was 2017. That man was ahead of his time. Also, it's the 25th largest mall in the world. Which, okay, good for them. Next. Hi there, Swiss explorers at the South Pole? I don't think either of those statements are correct, but let's see here. So we got dudes on skis. This appears to be a submarine having burst through the ice, which doesn't necessarily make sense, but you could have just put a big old rock here. You could just be marking you're not marking a pole, obviously. Goog. It's fucking grass. It's fucking foliage. There's plants. There's plants and tall rocks and things that aren't covered in snow. This is very obviously not either of the poles. This is non-pole. This is a non-polar situation. What do we have here? So the white flag with the red cross, that's not Switzerland. Switzerland is the inverse. Switzerland is the red flag with the white cross. So the white flag with the red cross is... what, England? Yeah, that might be an English flag. And this thing here is like a lion of some sort. Which would... Like you got paw, toothy mouth. This is a weird English island thing. Antarctica does actually have land. I mean, yeah, but does Antarctica have grasslands? I don't think Antarctica, even in the 1930s, when the 20s, when this was taken, would have had just sprigs of tuft grass, even in the summer. Like, I don't think that's true. I could be wrong about stuff. I suppose it's possible that I'm wrong about stuff, but I don't think this is the fucking South Pole. That seems wrong, but also where the fuck are we? So we're definitely doing like a ski voyage. We're cross-countrying on stuff. You're not wearing these suits for your... well, you probably are wearing these suits for your health, actually. It's very cold. You got hats. You got googles. Could we be at the fucking South... okay, another thing. How would one... oh. One would scroll. But still... like, which of these places, if this is allegedly the South Pole, like, is that the South Pole? Is that the South Pole? There's no way of representing it on the Flatty map. So, And again, I'll say, Save me, Mercator projection. Where the fuck are we? You know, I guess we could be, like, here. We could be at one of the quote-unquote northern extremes of the whole Antarctica situation. Like, maybe we're just making landfall, claiming places. Maybe we're at, like, here. We could be at, like, Mount Jackson. Which could theoretically be just a tiny little hill. Okay, you know... fine. It's the best we've got. If we go... okay, we're so very weird. We zoom in a little bit and it's like, oh, there's places, but oh, this is West Antarctica, and we know that because reasons. But like, we still reach a point of down scrolling where it's like, okay, all right, you know what? Fine. We're here. It's 1927. Get used to it. Oh, this is going to be so far from correct. This is going to be so tremendously wrong. It was so tremendously wrong. It was so tremendously wrong. I did get points. It's possible to be more wrong. God. Okay. We were so wrong that it's not even representable on the map. You'd have to zoom out too far. Okay. So my first instinct is that I hate these people, but let's find out exactly how and why we should hate them. You know, actually, this could be mission control in 1960, the year we landed on the moon. I could actually not hate these people. That seems reasonable. My first thought was that these were like investment bankers and Wall Street fucks. But actually, what if this is just mission control the time we landed on the moon? That would be better. So, that would have been in Houston in 1969. There is a sticker down here. It has coffee beans on it. Oh, this is on a cigar box. So this is on a cigar box. I'm pretty sure we landed on the moon in nice. I'm pretty sure we landed on the moon in 1900 and nice. And this photo definitely could have been taken in 1900 and nice. There's no saying it wasn't. We could theoretically count the number of stars and make sure it's 50. Actually, hold on. It's not a bad idea. So we got 7. Yeah, we got the 7s and 6s, so this is going to add up to 50, right? 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 41, 40, hold on. I'm bad at math. 41, 47. Well, that would have been wrong. Oh, it's 6 and 5, not 7 and 6. Doy. So that's 30. Yeah, so that's 30, and then 4 rows of 5. I counted bad. Okay, so there's 50 stars on this flag, right? Which means it's post whenever Alaska came in, which doesn't actually help that much, come to think of it. Because that was like the 40s or 50s. So, yeah, fuck it. This is mission control the day we landed on the moon, which was July 20th of 1900, and nice. So let's find a NASA facility in Houston. I've overcomplicated this. Where exactly was all of the NASA rockety shit in Houston? I don't fucking remember. Oh, listen, sports pun. Aside from just a moment ago, when we confused Finland with Antarctica, it usually goes okay. Most of these photos have context clues and the ability to kind of suss things out. Other times you're throwing darts at maps of Houston and being like, I don't know, maybe there was rocket shit over here. Which, let's see. Well, we got a map of Houston here. I don't know. Maybe there was rocket shit over here? And I don't know, maybe there was rocket shit over here. Yeah, it's a true and accurate statement, Sam. It would have been better if I stuck with my first guess, because it was southeast. Oh, well. 9,657. We did four things really, really well, and one not so great. one kind of went not so great. Gotta be honest with that. Okay. But still, 39,998 is a perfectly cromulent score, I suppose. For today's Immaculate Grid, we need Giants and Cubs and A's and dudes who did things. All right. An Oakland A, or also a Sacramento A, or a Philadelphia A, or a Kansas City A, or a never gonna fucking play a game in Las Vegas and I'll eat a fucking cheeseburger. If they prove me wrong about that, A is Cocoa Crisp. It's entirely possible that they actually do get a stadium built in Las Vegas, but I kind of don't think the current plan's going to wind up working. We'll see. A San Francisco Giant who had 300 home runs in his career. Oof. Oh, that's a toughie. Oh, that's a tough one. Oof. A San Francisco Giant who hit 300 home runs. Whew. I think we'll go with Willie McCovey. Gonna be annoyed if Willie McCovey didn't actually. Okay, good. So Willie McCovey hit 300 homers in his career. That's good. A Chicago Cub who accomplished the same feat is, I'm taking the layup there. We'll do Sammy Sosa. A Cub who had 200 hits in a season. I don't know. That sounds like something Ernie Banks would have done. Name a historically great fuck. Well, dang it. A Cub who played for the A's is John Lester. Wait, no, not Job Lester. That's John Lester's terrible magician brother. I am, in fact, all about Mark Grace. Is Mark Grace a Chicago Cub who had 200 hits in a season? Mark Grace is not a Chicago Cub who had 200 hits in a season, you son of a... Anger. So a guy who had 300 home runs in his career and played center field is... Has Mookie Betts hit 300 home runs yet? 300 homers is a lot of homers for a dude who's been in the league. He has been in the league for like 10 years, but it's like 30 homers a year. And there was one year there was a plague. He's probably close, but he's also probably at like 260. I would believe that Mookie Betts has hit 260 home runs. I don't think he's at 300. Jim Edmonds is a dude who played center field and hit 300 homers. That sounds right. Dude who played center field and had 200 hits in a season is Ichiro. And a dude who played for the San Francisco Giants and had 200 hits in a season is 274. I feel really good about that. Good job, Goog. Dude who played for the Giants and hit 200 hits in a season is, I don't know, that sounds like something Willie Mays would have done? Yeah, okay, sure, fine, great. This is an immaculate grid. A Cub with 200 hits is Ryne Sand. Okay. I should start remembering that Ryne Sandberg exists at some point. Or at least he did. Anyway, this, of course, has been an episode of Good Morning Mini Motorways. Folks, I anticipate that we will be back later tonight for Marvel's Spider-Man, and then tomorrow with an early start, because I have to be in Worcester at 9, which means I have to leave here by 8, which means we probably shouldn't be yapping at 7:59, as we're presently doing. Thank you all for being here, everybody. Have a wonderful day, and bye!